Welcome back to Reset and Rise Midlife. I'm Coach Sabrina Woods, and today's episode is deeply personal. I want to take you back to a time when I didn't have what I have now, when life was stripped down to faith, survival, and prayer. There were seasons of my life when I was homeless, living in uncertainty, and begging for the very peace, purpose, and stability that I live in today. There were nights when I didn't know where I'd sleep or what tomorrow would look like. I remember standing in that space between who I was and who I hoped to become, and realizing that no one was coming to save me. In those moments, I learned what surrender really meant. I wasn't giving up. It was letting go of control and trusting that the smallest step forward can change everything. I begged God for a chance, not just for things, but for direction, for purpose, to lead me into my purpose. And looking back, I can see now what I called begging was actually alignment forming in the dark. Even on those hardest days, I was learning the same lessons I teach now: the mindset work, the emotional regulation, the reframing. I just didn't have names for it yet. And when I chose gratitude over bitterness, that was the peace pivot before I even created it. And when I caught myself in fear and asked, what can I do right now? That was the perspective pivot. Every skill I now teach through the Reset and Rise coaching framework was born out of those moments. But back then, survival was my teacher. Now, awareness is my power. What I learned is this: you can lose everything and still not lose yourself. When you ground in faith, gratitude, and purpose, you rise differently. The life I live now, my business, my marriage, my peace, it's all proof that faith plus focused action creates miracles over time. I don't share this story for sympathy. I share it for perspective, because I want you to know that if you're in your own dark season right now, you're not broken. You're being built. The woman who once begged for peace now teaches others how to create it. The person who once prayed for stability now helps others find it within themselves. That's what Reset and Rise Midlife framework really means. It's not about pretending that the past didn't happen, but it's using it as the foundation for your next chapter. So if you're listening to this and wondering if your situation can change, it can. You just have to believe it before you see it. You have to trust the process and keep moving even when it doesn't make sense. And I want to thank you for listening today. This episode was a reminder to myself and maybe to you that nothing is wasted when you use it for growth. And if this message spoke to you, visit my website inside my Facebook storefront to learn more about how the Reset and Rise Midlife Coaching Framework can help you rebuild your peace and purpose. And remember, you may be in the valley now, but you were never meant to stay there. You were meant to rise. So until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and keep rising in alignment.